Okay, in this video, I'd like to work through number 3 on our worksheet, and similar to the last couple of problems and similar to the couple of problems that are going to come after, we approach these word problems the same way. Always the same first step. Read the problem and identify what are the unknowns that you're working with. Give them symbols. Andy has 20 coins made up of quarters and half dollars. Their total value is $6.50. How many quarters does he have? Okay, so starting at the end, as we usually do, how many quarters does he have? So let's say x equals the number of quarters. But there's also half dollars that we have to consider, so we can't just focus on half of the problem. If we have a symbol for number of quarters, we also need a symbol for number of half dollars. So let's use X and Y. You could use Q for quarters and H for half dollars if you like, or whatever symbols you want. I just keep it simple. I just like using X and Y. So Y is the number of half dollars. Okay, so we're solving for x, but we need x and y because we have not only quarters in this problem, but we also have half dollars. So we now need two equations. If we have two variables, we always need two equations. So what else do we know? What other information is given? Well, right there in the beginning, Andy has 20 coins. So we know in total there are 20 coins. So let's say there are a total of 20 coins. So if we take the however many quarters we have and however many half dollars we have, if we add up the total number of coins, we should get 20. So we could say the number of quarters plus the number of half dollars equals the total number of coins. So we could say x plus y is equal to 20. And then we also know something about their total value. Their total value is $6.50. So we could say the total value is $6.50. Now, you don't have to write everything that I'm writing here, but just for the sake of the explanation, I'm sort of writing out my thoughts. So we have one equation for the number of coins and one equation for the number of dollars, or the dollar value. So what are those quarters worth? Well, one quarter is worth 25 cents. So if we have multiple quarters, we have to take 25 cents times however many quarters we have. So 0.25 times the number of quarters, which we don't know, we're calling that x, plus the value of the half dollars. And half dollar is worth 50 cents. So 0.50, that's the value of one half dollar, but we have more than one. We have some unknown numbers, so we have to take 50 cents times the number of half dollars, which we're calling y. And that should equal the total value, which is $6.50. Okay, so phase one of the word problems is setup. So we have identified or given symbols to our unknowns and set up our equations. Okay, so now it's no longer a word problem. We basically eliminated the words from the word problem. Now it's a system of equations to solve. So equation number one is the x plus y equals 20. And equation number two is the 0.25x plus 0.5y, or 0.50. That zero isn't really doing anything, so we don't need to say 0.50. It's the same as 0.5. And that's equal to 6.5, $6.50. So now we're here. Solve a system of equations, and it's up to you how you want to solve this. You could use substitution. You could use elimination. I'm going to use elimination because that's my preferred method, but they both always work. And let me scroll back up. Since we're looking for the number of quarters, and that's x, let's solve for x and let's get rid of the y. So I'm going to use the elimination method to eliminate the y, which means these two variables y, the one in each equation, have to have an equal number but opposite signs. So if the bottom equation has positive 0.5y, well, the top equation needs a negative 0.5 times y. So let's multiply both sides of the equation by negative 0.5. So the left-hand side times negative 0.5, the right-hand side times negative 0.5. Okay, so we get a negative 0.5x minus a 0.5y is equal to negative 10. 20 times the negative 0.5 would be negative 10. The second equation stays what it is. 0.25x plus 0.5y is equal to 6.5. And that's what we wanted. We wanted the variable y to have equal and opposite value, or the coefficients, or the number out front of the y, are equal and opposite. Because when we do this, when we combine the equations, left side plus left side equals right side plus right side, they cancel. We have a positive and negative of the same number, so when we add them up, we get 0. So if we add the x's, negative 0.5 and a positive 0.25, that will give us negative 0.25x. And on the right, a negative 10 and a positive 6.5 give us a negative 3.5. Now we want to solve for x. One thing left to do, divide both sides by negative 0.25. And we will have x is equal to 14. And so we want to give our answer in words. Well, the answer is there are 14 quarters. Now we could easily figure out how many half dollars there are if we know there's 20 coins in total. If there are 20 coins and 14 of them are quarters, the other 6 would be half dollars. So the question could easily have said how many of each coin are there, or how many half dollars are there, either way. All right, that does it for this problem. I hope it was helpful.